It's your boy Feddi K, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I've been trapping for so long, mama say I'm living wrong. I've been blowing on this strong for my niggas that ain't gone.
All right, today we got Feddi K jumping off the porch with us today.
Yeah, it's your boy Feddi K jumping off the porch today from Huntsville, Alabama.
For sure, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, for real, for real.
For sure. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
I appreciate being here.
Nah, for real. So what else you out here working on in Atlanta?
Not much, for real, for real. I be in and out the city from time to time, just recording like just various songs when I get the chance. But you feel me? Like I mostly just record at home, for real, for real.
For sure. How often do you get the chance to come out here?
I be in Atlanta like all the time. Like it ain't too far from goddamn home. So shit, any chance I get, I'm just in the city.
Nah, for real. How does it compare back home to Huntsville, Alabama?
Shit, Huntsville kind of small. You feel me? Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like, it's kind of like very small. Like Atlanta's like real big, like with the buildings and things of that nature. Like just even business, like business is different in Atlanta. You feel me? Like versus Huntsville, where it's kind of like we're starting to like grow now because like the cost of living is so cheap. So it's starting to grow as in the aspect where why would I pay $1,500 to stay in a studio apartment in Cali when I could come to Huntsville and live like a king, you feel me? So Atlanta's like very different and more like up pace with that.
Nah, for real, I get it. So how would you describe your childhood coming up?
Shit, my childhood was pretty straight, for real, for real. Like, I'm from the north side of Huntsville, so stayed there probably like till I was like 7 or 8. Then we moved like to the country. And so I kind of like grew up in the country, but I went to school like in the inner city. So it's like I kind of got the taste of like both worlds, like being from the country and then going to school like with everybody else because I was like from there.
I feel you. So when would you say you jumped off the porch?
Shit, I'm still on the porch, for real, for real. Like
Yeah.
I don't be doing shit.
I feel you. What would you say is the biggest life lesson you learned growing up?
Biggest life lesson I learned growing up is chase your dreams, you feel me? Like if you got a dream, you feel me, chase it with all your heart. Don't let nobody discourage you or anything like that, cause you feel me, like just cause somebody else might not have that belief in you don't mean you can't elevate and be who you need to be. So that's like one of the biggest things I learned.
What would you say is the biggest obstacle you overcome so far in your life?
The biggest obstacle is just like being able to like do music, cause it's like up until this point I kind of did like everything on my own. So it's like being to a point where it's like, do you really want to pursue this? Do you really want to go through with this? You feel me? So it's like music is kind of like my passion. So by me doing all the things that I need to do, like that's probably like one of the biggest obstacles I've ever faced, cause it's like, just because I see the vision don't mean everybody else around you see the vision, so they not willing to just off the rip invest in your dreams and things like that. So it's like, for me, just going out here doing the things like, shit, when I get money, I want to do what everybody else do, you feel me? I want to go get the latest clothes, this, and that, but nah, I'm finna go to the studio, or I'm finna put this to this video, things like that, you feel me? Like delayed gratification, like things like that.
Feel you. So how would you say you started making music?
Shit, I've been rapping for real for a little minute. Like I used to just play songs and like just freestyle over they beats or whatever. And then my first time really going to a studio was probably like my senior year of high school. And then that's when I started like getting into like function of going to the studios and things like that. I started to realize, you feel me, like how you sound in person don't sound the same like in the studio. So just knowing that, okay, I want this music to sound a certain way, that just motivated me to just keep going and just keep getting better at it.
What motivated you to start?
What motivated me to start was we had these dudes out of our city called the Blood Brothers. And so, you feel me, they started blowing up in the music game. And so being like fresh out of high school and things like that, it was just like, shit, hell, rapping working for them, shit, I might as well rap too, hell.
Yeah.
So like just seeing their success, you feel me, like in the music industry and just where they was able to like go with the music, it just kind of like motivated me, like maybe we got a shot at this, you feel me, like maybe, you feel me, like we just as good as them. So yeah.
Who would you list as some of your musical influences?
Shit, so my musical influences, I would say probably like Pimp C, Dope B for sure, Tupac, like people that like stood for something, like people that got a message. Like it ain't just like here today, gone tomorrow. Like it stands like the test of time.
Straight up. How did you get your rap name?
I ain't even gonna lie. Dope B said in one of his songs, he was like, "Call me young Feddi Crocker, turning cakes over." And so first I was gonna be Feddi C, but I ain't really like that for real. So I just Feddi K because it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. When would you say you started taking music serious full time?
I ain't even gonna shoot it, like for real, like I don't take music as serious as I'm supposed to, but I really started like putting effort in probably like last year, like about last year, 2020. Like that's when I actually started like, okay, maybe I got a shot at this.
I feel that. How would you describe your current thoughts on the rap game?
Shit, my current thoughts on the rap game is shit, be smart, you feel me? Like, we seeing like people, you feel me, going down each and every day. So it's like you don't want to fall victim to that trap or whatever. So it's like, just everything you do, just be smart about it. Like niggas crashing out for real. Like everything getting posted on the internet. Like, and they ain't always the smartest thing to do. Like you gotta watch how you move. Like for real. Cause they always watching. Like they always watching. They listening to everything we saying. Like, so you just gotta always just watch how you move for real.
For sure. What would you say is the biggest risk you took that paid off?
So one of the biggest risks I took that paid off was probably like investing in myself, getting a Pooh Shiesty feature. So I reached out to his team like before he signed with like Gucci. And so they told me a price. And so probably like 3-4 days after he signed with Gucci, I wrote him again. And his daddy told me, he was just like, that's why you get things good when it's at a good price. You go ahead and snatch it in. So you feel me? At the time, I wasn't even trying to hear that because I'm knowing like he got the potential to blow. So we did our thing with the whoop, and so just getting the song back and just seeing how like it really kind of did his own thing, and just seeing like his success and seeing like how like, okay, I could have did something else with this money, but I went on ahead and invested in this song, and seeing like the results of it and seeing it come back, you feel me? Like that was like an eye-opening experience, cause it's just like, okay, maybe I real deal got a shot at this, you feel me? Yeah. Like let me go ahead and just buckle down and just bite the bullet up front so I can go ahead and get the money on the back end.
Straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk about the importance of investing in yourself and your career.
All right. So like also too, like with rapping, like one of the like investing in yourself is probably like one of the best things like you can ever do. Cause it's like at the end of the day, you can take the cars, you can take the money, you can take the jewelry, you can take all that. But if you invest in yourself, you can't take your brain, you feel me? You can't take your thoughts. Anything you've ever accomplished or anything you ever attained, you can always get that shit back. It's all about your thinking. So when you invest in yourself, you goddamn learn the things that you need to learn to get to where you want to be and do the things that you want to do, you feel me? Like it's always gonna come back. Like material things, they come and go or whatever, but it's like once you invest in yourself, like nobody can ever take that away from you. Like it sticks with you for forever.
Straight up. What would you say is the biggest sacrifice you had to make for your career?
Shit, the biggest sacrifice I had to make for my career was just like staying away from people that don't want the same thing you want. Like everybody smiling in your face don't want the same things that you want. Like just cause you see $1 million, somebody on the side of you might see 30,000, you feel me? And that's never gonna mix. Like that's never gonna go together. Like if you got dreams of $1 million, his best thinking is saying 30,000. So it's just like even when we talking, our conversations ain't gonna be where they need to be, cause it's like you thinking this way and I'm thinking this way. So like one of the biggest sacrifices I had to make was just learning how to like just keep to myself, focus on what I gotta do, and just doing that, like just staying disciplined. Like, yeah.
How would you describe the music scene back at home in Huntsville, Alabama?
shit, the music scene back at home, like, it's pretty far for real. Like, we got a lot of talented artists, like, like, I just feel like once we get that one person to blow, like, it'll put like a spotlight on the city. Like more people would just be tuned in to the city and see what we got to offer. Like, cause right now, like, Huntsville really ain't got no type of artists like on that type of big scale. Like, we got artists, you feel me, signing deals and things of that nature, but it's just like, we ain't got like that little baby or anything like that. Like, I don't think Alabama period has like an artist, you feel me, as big as like Lil Baby or somebody like that. Like, but yeah, the music scene back home, it's far for sure. Like we got a lot of talented artists.
That's hard. Why do you think people overlook the talent coming out of Alabama?
I ain't even gonna shoot it. Probably just like, ain't nobody ever did it, like, for real. So it's kind of like, we still kind of like in the process of where like, we starting to come together. Like, that's one thing I feel like we lack as like people in Alabama. Like, we don't come together. Like, it's kind of divided. Like, you got certain people that link up with each other, but it's like real deal divided. Like, okay, we don't fuck with them, like, or they don't fuck with us. We don't even know why we don't fuck with them. So it's like one of those things where it's just like, once we kind of come together and put the knowledge together, like, okay, I know this gonna work, I know this gonna work, that's not gonna work, you feel me? And we stop doing it like separate, I feel like that's when it's really gonna just like take off.
For sure. Talk to us about your single, Crazy, featuring Rylo Rodriguez.
Yeah, that joint's pretty crazy, you feel me? Like, I reached out to his people and I had the song just waiting, and I was just asking various people, I was just like, who you think would sound good on here? Who you think would sound good on here? And they're like, Rylo. So I reached out to his people and I sent the song over with him and I got it back and shit, I was just in love with it. Like for real. He did his thing on it.
That's hard. What would you say is the biggest challenge that comes along with being an independent artist?
The biggest challenge that comes along with being an independent artist is trusting somebody enough to like be a part of your team. Cause like when you, up until a certain point, it's like you done everything yourself, so it's like your baby. So it's like you put a lot of pride and care into like who you are as a person or what you represent as an individual. And when you got other people coming along that come with different ideas and things like that, so it kind of like, it's like being able to stay focused and do everything that you need to do. And then also too, I can honestly say like, it's like there's a lot of stuff that comes with being an independent artist, like, and I would have never like known that, like, for real, like the business side of this is way more important than actually like making the music. Like the music is one thing, like music is easy, like, but the business side of it, making sure, you feel me, you done bought the beat, the copyright, making sure you got your publishing down, like it's more than just music than dropping the song, like, cause if your song was to blow up, and you ain't do all the legalities and things like that, like they real deal can take all your money, like, and you just made the song for nothing. And so it's like, you done made this fire song, people love it, but it's like, you ain't making no money off of it because you ain't do the things that you gotta do on the back end. So you kinda gotta always be responsible and kinda be on your P's and Q's and make sure that you handling your business.
Straight up. What else are you working on at the moment?
Right now I'm just promoting singles right now, just working on growing the fan base and things of that nature. But I should have a EP dropping probably like the beginning of 2022, probably like January, no later than February.
That's hard.
For sure.
Any last words and shout outs?
Just shout out my city, shout out everybody rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. More music on the way.
For sure, gang.
I've been trapping for so long, mama say I'm living wrong. I've been